Good morning, thank you again, and welcome to Connecting Community with Giovanni Mata. We're very happy that you always are viewing our program and our special guest that we bring on board. Buenos dias. Today we have the pleasure of having Mr. Jorge Guadron, who is a male member of the New York State Democratic Committee, and also he's a member of the Salvadoran American Chamber of Commerce, whom he's been the secretary in some other positions. So Mr. Guadron, welcome.
Thank you very much, Giovanni. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, and obviously wishing you success, continuing success with your program, Connecting Communities.
Wonderful. Well, we're very happy to have you. We have a lot of things to talk about, and one of the things that we want to speak is you were elected in 2014 as the male member of the Democratic Committee, State Committee for the 6th Assembly District. Tell me how that experience was.
Well, it was interesting because I never really planned to participate in these elections, and it just happened that I was asked as a last resort, kind of say, should I mention you?
Yes, sure.
Okay, as you were, trying to get petitions for the primary ballot on the 6th Assembly District, or your person as Assembly person, you asked me, if I wanted to, if I was interested in running for that seat. I really did not know much about it. I responded yes because I wanted to work with you, and all of a sudden, I found myself that I won the election.
Wonderful. Then I think the people made a decision of having you elected as a person that could come to the Democratic Committee in Suffolk County. And of course, the project is to really enhance the Democratic Party and make sure that the community continues to believe in democracy, but also in the Democratic Party.
Correct,
in
yes.
Suffolk County. So besides being a committee person, being involved in politics, which is great, and it has its on and off, but it is a wonderful opportunity. How has your experience been like about 6 months later?
Well, it's been great. I am really grateful for the opportunity that I was given by the Democratic voters, and I'm really gearing up for these coming elections, which are local elections on the town of Islip and other seats at the county level. So we're trying to get ready, educate the people in my electoral district, let them know that it is important to participate in any kind of elections, even from school board elections all the way up to the president of the United States elections.
And get involved.
Correct.
Get involved. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, going back to your community piece of it, you are involved with the Salvadoran American Chamber of Commerce. Tell us a little bit about the chamber.
Yes, the Salvadoran American Chamber of Commerce is a not-for-profit organization that focuses on the development of Salvadorian business people in particular, and also the Hispanic entrepreneur in general. What we do is that we try to strengthen, the marketability, knowledge, unify the different businesses for the services and products that they offer to the community. And in that aspect, obviously, there are always two facets that are considered when you work with an organization of this type of work, which is not only the private industry, is not only making business, but also having a sense of social responsibility.
There's a lot of businesses that try to get into the Hispanic and Salvadoran community, who's now the largest minority on Long Island.
That's correct.
And they are looking for opportunities to increase their business, to expose their businesses. How does the chamber link and connect, which is what we do here, Connecting Community with Giovanni Mata? How does local businesses, non-Hispanic and non-Salvadorian per se, can get involved with the chamber?
Yes, obviously, at the beginning when we founded the chamber, we were trying to look an identity or a name that the community at large could identify with the organization. But that doesn't mean that only Salvadorian businesses or Salvadorian people can actively participate in the chamber. As a matter of fact, we try to incorporate all kind of businesses that that are willing, and they also share the vision that the chamber does. In our board of directors, we have people from Ecuador, from Honduras, Puerto Rico, in addition to obviously having Salvadoran descent members of the board of directors.
Okay, wonderful. And of course, just like any other chamber, you have business growth focuses and making sure the business grow, the business get business, because that's
Correct.
the purpose of the chamber. So any local business owners that are watching our program and that they would like to get in touch with the chamber, how can they reach? Is there a website that the chamber has? Is there any kind of information that they may get in touch with in order for them to join and meetings?
Yes, obviously, we have a website which is, www.salvacom, SALVACOMLI.com, and can contact us via email at info@salvacomli.com, or also give us a call at a telephone number. You can contact us at 631-767-0802 to obtain more information as to what the work of the chamber and the goals and next activities are. As the audience may know, there is a trade-free agreement between the government of the United States and the government of El Salvador, which lifts any taxation and customs, not only restrictions but also payment of taxes in these import-export products from both different sides of the agreement. And not only that, but we also have here in Long Island, in the MacArthur Airport, we have this foreign trade zone that both people from and businesses from the United States, local businesses here and in El Salvador, can benefit from.
So what you explained to me a little bit is that some of these trade can be waived from taxes or other fees, correct?
That's correct. Under
the agreement and under certain protocol that they have to follow.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That in having the advantage of having this foreign trade zone here in MacArthur for businesses, Salvadoran businesses, Hispanic businesses, and also American businesses, local businesses that import and export. Obviously, the vast majority of export import via airways is always they use the Kennedy Airport, and then they have to transport that merchandise into this area, which increases the cost. So we as a chamber try to educate our members and let them know that they have this option here in Islip, in the town in Islip, and in this way minimize transport events and cost of the goods.
Okay, wonderful. So now, in regards to the chamber, any business opportunities for new business that are starting up, how does the chamber help them? How does the chamber guide them to make sure that they are receiving the appropriate information from government agencies, from other businesses, mentorship programs? Does the chamber offer any type of these services?
Well, obviously, yes. We try to guide, an entrepreneur who is willing to open a business for the first time here in the area. Many of these new entrepreneurs are from outside of the United States, people that are from El Salvador or from other countries in Latin America, and they may not really know what the regulations in opening up a new business are. So we try to guide them as to what and show them what those regulations are. We obviously refer them to services of our members that may do like as certified public accountant, to attorneys who incorporate businesses and so forth. So we try to take them from the beginning till the end in guiding them as to how to open up a business, start up a business. And obviously when it comes to the financial point or needs, obviously we have the Small Business Administration that is working closely with the chamber and seeing which way they can help them out.
Wonderful. We know that on Long Island, small businesses are the majority of who move the economy on Long Island, and how important they are to our community and to the government because of the taxes they pay. Is how government really get the funding. Now, going a little bit out of your career, you also work. You also work in other aspects of your marketing and investigation with attorneys, correct?
That's correct. Yes, I founded my company back in 2002, doing marketing, offering marketing services to different businesses in the area. And then I came across with some attorneys, a dear friend of mine, Mr. Cruz, who is a partner with the law firm in Minneapolis, offered me to start doing some sort of meeting up with some of the clients, and then one thing led to the other. So it awoke my interest for doing investigations. Obviously, you have to prepare yourself. Took a few courses, and I've been doing investigations on the personal injury field for about, I would say, 14 years now. And it's a great field. You get to help people. Many people really do not know what the process is when they result, when they're a victim of an automobile accident or a slip and fall accident, trip and fall accident, or an accident at work. Especially, the Latin community does not know what to do in these type of events. And then obviously the attorneys, trying to reach the Hispanic market, and since I speak both English and Spanish, I would be like a liaison tool with between the prospect client and the attorney, and since then I've been doing this. Sometimes I've been trying to have seminars, informing the community as to what the basic rights under these circumstances are.
Okay, wonderful. And now going back a little bit to your family, your wife plays soccer.
Yes, she does.
and you are her manager, is that correct?
That's true.
Her coach.
Yes, it is. They play with the Long Island Soccer ladies soccer league. The team that she plays with is Middle Country Magic. Obviously, they have different seasons. They have a spring season, summer, fall season, and I try to, not only give my support, my moral support, but the little that I know about soccer, I try to tell them or suggest them as to what to do during a game.
And coaching her.
That's correct. Coaching not only her, but the entire team.
So tell us a little bit about the Central American Parade. How has that worked for the past years? Because I know you've been involved for longer, maybe about 10 years or maybe less. But how does the parade works?
Well, the Central American Independence Day Parade was really created out of the need to, preserve the culture from the Central American countries, basically for people from El Salvador. But we felt that we needed to include, the Central American community at large, because Central American countries celebrate on the same day, September 15th, their independence. And that's how, with the request from the General Council of El Salvador here in Long Island, that they wanted to reinitiate this parade, because it was done in the past, and for some reason, the organizers stopped for 2-3 years, and then the General Council of El Salvador back then, when it was Mr. Oscar Landaverde, had that initiative, and that's how we started doing the Central American Independence Day Parade on or around September 15th, and it started small in what is now the New York Institute of Technology grounds, which is on Carlton Avenue, and then it was getting larger. Then not only in participation but also in audience. We had to move it out to Fifth Avenue, where we think is the best place for the parade to take to march and have a larger participation. However, like in any project or event, you will always have and you will always encounter some difficulties, and those difficulties were there. As you may know, first because authorities were reluctant to issue a permit because of issues with the culture from these countries, which are really different from from the culture of or nationals of the United States. But then it was overcome, and they have seen that we have really maintained a good conduct during the parade. We have maintained a great standard, and we are really trying to ensure, the Central American community at large, and that we are setting a good example, that we can do things as provided by law here.
Wonderful, and a good thing is, our goal is really to connect communities.
Correct.
We have participated at, as the chamber and as the committee with the Irish community at St. Patrick's Day Parade and many other parades that that the committee has been invited to, like the Puerto Rican Parade and other activities of different cultures, because we like to connect people and we like to make sure that our community is engaged with other cultures and that we learn. Not the language, because most of the Latin American countries speak Spanish, even though there may be words that may be meaning a different thing from country to country. Words from El Salvador could mean something here, but to Puerto Ricans it may be different, or to Mexicans may be different. So even though there is one language, there is terminology that may mean different things.
Yeah, definitely. We try to we invite, as a matter of fact, all non-for-profit organizations in the area to participate, regardless as to their ethnic, nationality backgrounds. This is just a feast, if you want to call it that way, festivity that we try to bring the community together during that event.
Yeah, I've had some Irish guests sometimes in the past here, and one of the things that I always ask them is about food. I always, this is one of the traditions about the program. We always speak about food. Of course, we know some of the Salvadorian, but what are the foods from Central America that people eat a lot from different countries?
Yeah, basically, the pupusa is a symbolic ethnic food from the area. And in that matter, there are some claims that Salvadorians, me as a Salvadorian, we believe in, we think, and we manifest that it was originated in El Salvador. Guatemalans do the same. Honduras also do the same. It doesn't really matter where it initiated, but it is a kind of food. It is a food that really brings us together. And then obviously, seafood is always a delicious dish that is prepared very similar in all throughout Latin America. So it doesn't really matter what you call it, but it's basically the same. And the objective behind is to bring us together, partake at a table, and have a good time.
It's wonderful, Mr. Guadron, that you came and joined our program. I will definitely like you to invite our guests to join the chamber or join any other of your activities. What will people need to do to engage with the Democratic Party? What is some of the reason why they should get involved in politics locally or not?
Yeah, well, we're going to start with politics, because I think that in May, which is around the corner, we're going to have the different Board of Education districts elections, and it is very important that people, I'm sure that the community at large may know that it is important, because many of those people who own properties, the school budget will dictate, as to whether that property tax is maintained, it is reduced, or is increased. If the school budget will increase, guess what? That money that needs to be getting from somewhere, that property tax, it's a huge chunk out of the taxes that are collected from your property. So the decisions that are made at a school board level are really important, because obviously human nature is that we really don't want to pay taxes, for the most part, even though that we know that without taxes we cannot have the different social programs. So we try to have those taxes at a minimum, and that's why the importance of participating in the different school district elections, especially for the Board of Education. Right?
Wonderful, sure. So, we're encouraging people to make sure that they go out and vote. Long Island Votes usually is the name given to the elections across Long Island.
Yeah, and now going back to the Salvadoran chamber activities and the importance of different businesses incorporating to the chamber is that once you incorporate into a chamber, there might be or we become a voice for those businesses when these businesses need to be heard by the different authorities in different issues. One, two, also the social responsibility that a chamber has, is to promote those services offered by the different businesses to a best to maximize those services to the community that we serve. And in the future activities that the Salvadoran American Chamber of Commerce will have is that this Thursday, April 23rd, at the General Council of El Salvador, 151 Alkir Street, our General Assembly will take place, in which the new board of directors will be presented and ratified. I am presently the secretary of the chamber. Beginning, April 23rd, I will become the new executive director, and I'm not only pleased, but also that I know that it brings a great responsibility on my part, and I'm glad to take it on.
Wonderful. So, well, congratulations on your nomination, and eventually your attestation that you'll become the executive director of the Salvadoran American Chamber of Commerce. We're very happy that you joined our program, Connecting Community with Giovanni Mata. We thank our audience for always watching our program, and we'll be up to the next time. So, thank you, Mr. Guadron, for coming.
Thank you, Gio.
And to our audience, thank you very much. May God bless you, and have a wonderful week.